Welcome to the Class Video Spotlight Series. I'm your host, Joshua Jensen. Today we're talking with Tyson Blauer, the Research Director over Integration Engines and Interoperability. Welcome, Tyson.
Thank you.
Today we're talking about the eHealth Exchange First Look Report. But before we do that, let's talk a little bit about interoperability. What is interoperability and why does it matter in healthcare?
Interoperability in healthcare, it means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. At the heart of it, it's really just getting information from one source to the other, which sounds simple, but in practice it's a lot more difficult. There's a lot of different types of healthcare data. Could be financial, could be clinical, any other number of things. There's also questions of who are you connected into? Are you able to share information with this other facility across the nation that maybe you've never heard of? Or are you going to be having to seek them out deliberately? Also, what type of information you have access to? Behavioral health data is something that's really pretty heavily regulated and guarded for obvious reasons. And so having information flow to and fro is still something that's not easily done.
So what role does eHealth Exchange play in this interoperability landscape?
Yeah, so eHealth Exchange, they are a national network that's helping organizations be able to connect into a number of different facilities. Primarily among them, customers are using them to connect into government entities like the VA and the Social Security Administration, but also they connect into other regional networks as well, like regional HIEs or groups of that nature. So they have a national presence and they really help a lot of different organizations tap into a lot of different sources.
So their network, which is different from a framework like Care Equality. What's the difference there?
Yeah, that's a good question because there is some confusion around Care Equality versus eHealth Exchange, both being part of the Sequoia project. So Care Equality is a national framework. And what that is, a framework is simply a set of rules that different networks can use to all share information back and forth together. So if you're a part of that national framework, you as a network are able to share information with anyone else tapped into that national framework. But the Care Equality is not actually facilitating that movement of data. They're simply providing that framework, those rules you can use to have that information flow. A network is who's actually having that information flow to and fro. And so if they are connected into that framework, they can connect into other networks. So eHealth Exchange could connect into Commonwealth, another network, or Epic Care Everywhere, another network, or maybe other HIEs that are connected in there. There's a lot of different options.
So what is the general experience of their customers who are using eHealth Exchange?
Their customers are very happy. As we had a lot of different conversations with their customers, they report that eHealth Exchange does a good job taking care of them. It's easy to work with them, it's easy to get onboarded, and the support is really there, where they're really doing a good job to take care of their customers, focus on their needs, and even go above and beyond sometimes. Interoperability is complex, where there's a lot of different players, and when an interoperability connection breaks down, identifying where's the problem and how do we fix that. eHealth Exchange has been good about helping their customers fix issues that maybe weren't even their fault, but being able to help them find out where's the issue lie and how do we get that resolved.
So from the research that I've done as part of this report, I've kind of experienced that same experience. How about areas where they can improve, do a better job?
Yeah, nobody's perfect, right?
Right.
So that's one of the things we always want to ask customers about is what is the thing that they can do better? And probably the thing that got brought up the most was around the dashboard. This is something that eHealth Exchange recently came out with. And the feedback from customers was that adoption wasn't very high just because there's some issues around the usability and maybe some confusion on the training of using it. So customers reported that it was a little bit click heavy, or that the information that they were getting wasn't quite as useful or intuitive as they thought it could and should be. So there's definitely some room for improvement, maybe around some training and some new development there.
Tyson, thank you so much for your time today. And thank you for joining us today. If you're interested in learning more about eHealth Exchange, you can do so by downloading the report on our website at classresearch.com. Also, if you have any information or you know of any solution out there that Class should measure, whether they're innovative, disruptive, or maybe emerging on the scene, we'd love to know about it. You can contact us at etech@classresearch.com. Once again, thank you for coming. Have a great day.